I'm not a licensed cosmetologist, but I've done just about every possible thing you could think of to my natural hair in the last 15 years. From box dyes to bleaching it, professional haircuts to botched DIY haircuts at home, to DIY treatments, literally any and every remedy you can think of, and somehow I still manage to grow my natural hair out thick and full every single time. So I feel like I'm qualified to give you guys my 5 simple steps of building a strong and sustainable natural hair regimen routine. Hey loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaela, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more videos to come. Today I really want to break down how simple it is to build a natural hair regimen. If long, strong, healthy hair is your goal for 2026, go ahead and get your notepad out, your iPad, and take notes, because I'm here to break it down to where it's not overwhelming. Everyone always thinks it's hair growth oils. Everyone always thinks it's genetics. But I'm just be honest with y'all. None of that really plays a role into length retention, because that's the key. Because guess what? Everyone's hair is growing, okay? Genetics may play a role in how fast your hair grows, but everyone's hair is growing. It's really about how well you're taking care of your hair, how well you are really just looking into how you incorporate certain styles into your schedule, your busy lifestyle. So I'm going to break all that down for you guys in 5 steps. So I have my phone here with all my notes, so get your iPad, get your notepad. I'm breaking down each category in depth so that you know exactly how to build out your natural hair regimen that works for you. So step 1 is wash day, where we're focusing on cleansing and conditioning. That's the foundation to any hair regimen. I don't care if it's natural hair, curly hair, wavy hair, whatever. You need to focus on that wash day because that is the foundation. 2, treatments, where we're focusing on deep conditioning, protein treatments or bonding treatments. Step 3, stylers. This is where moisturization comes in, so moisturizers and sealing products. 4, maintenance, which is focusing on trims and dusting, because ladies, you cannot keep holding on to those single strand knots, the split ends, because that goes up the hair shaft and breaks your hair faster at the rate that your hair is growing, which makes it appear like your hair is not growing, okay? And last but not least, step 5, which is styling and scheduling. And this is where we're going to focus on how to choose the right length retention hairstyles for you, and then how to optimize your hair schedule according to your lifestyle. So let's get into it. So the goal for wash day is making sure that 1, your scalp is clean, because healthy hair comes from a healthy scalp, okay? I tell people this all the time, like if your scalp is being neglected, you can just forget about the length overall and just the health of your hair. So you want to make sure your scalp is clean, your hair is hydrated, and you're getting minimal breakage through the wash day process. So you'll need 1 moisturizing shampoo and 1 clarifying shampoo. Now this is really key. You only want to clarify your hair once a month. This is not something that you want to shampoo your hair with every single wash day, okay? So for me, I usually do my clarifying shampoo routine at the beginning of each month, and it kind of acts as like a reset to your hair. You're getting rid of any product buildup and really just removing any of that lasting gunk on your hair strands, so that as you hydrate your hair and style your hairstyles will last. So keep that in mind. Clarifying shampoo is only to be used once a month. Your hydrating shampoo is what you want to use every wash day. Now going back to that clarifying shampoo, when I do use that, I typically use that for the first lather, and then I follow up with the hydrating shampoo and continue my wash day. But after I use that clarifying shampoo, the following wash days I am lathering twice. I always personally lather twice. I feel like the first lather is just to get product gunk off. The second one is to actually cleanse for real. So I always lather twice with hydrating shampoos for every other wash day. For me, I like to do wash days on Sundays, typically at the beginning of the week, and I always choose to wash my hair once weekly. Now that does depend on the hairstyle that you personally have. When I have a silk press, I usually wash my hair, well, I keep the silk press in for about 2 weeks and then just follow up with my wash day. But if I'm just wearing my natural hair, I'm absolutely washing my hair once a week. Personally, I do like to wash my hair in the shower. So when you are shampooing your hair, you absolutely want to focus on the scalp. Like I said, cleaning the scalp is key. A healthy scalp equals healthy hair. As you're working it through your scalp, you're going to work it down your hair strands. It is literally pulling and cleansing down your hair strands anyway. I don't like to rough up my hair, like the length of the hair as I'm shampooing. I like to kind of smooth the shampoo down. Now, another key with shampooing your hair in the shower, I like to use a wide tooth comb. For example, I love the Felicia Leatherwood brush with the best brush because the bristles are flexible, it's easy to clean, and it's like one of the best detanglers that you can use in the shower while your hair is wet. I personally like to detangle with my shampoo in so that it's just getting any shedded hair out at the same time, and that my hair is flowing and detangled as I'm washing it, so that as I follow up with my conditioner after those 2 lathers, it's a simple process of just making sure that the conditioner, hydrating conditioner, by the way, you want to make sure you're focusing on really hydrating products, especially if you have very coarse hair. My hair is on the coarser side, or any curly hair for that matter. If you want hydrating products, period, I like to go with conditioners that have really good slip. So I've already detangled it while I'm shampooing it, but as I'm following up with that conditioner, it is just flowing very nicely through my hair strands. So to wrap all that up for wash day, if you feel as if your wash day is longer than usual, it's probably because you're not simplifying your steps. So again, clarifying shampoo once a month, hydrating shampoo every other wash day, and you want to do 2 lathers of the shampoo and follow up with your conditioner. Step 2, we're focusing on deep conditioning, protein treatments, and bonding treatments, especially deep conditioning. If you have curly hair, you know this is something that you need to incorporate in your wash day routine every week, or at least bi-weekly. And the goal with this is to build strength, moisture balance, and damage repair if you have color treated or heat damaged hair. When choosing a deep conditioner, you really want to focus it on your hair's needs. So if you feel like your hair is dry, choose more deep, intense, hydrating deep conditioners. If you feel like your hair is weak, this is where you're going to go towards protein or bonding treatments. So the key is to really listen and analyze your hair before choosing the treatment that's right for your hair. Now, protein treatments are very strong, so it's honestly recommended that you only use them every 4 to 6 weeks. Personally, for me, I use them like twice a year, so like once every 2 quarters, because I'm more so analyzing my hair from its moisture needs than breakage. I don't really have any damaged hair anymore. I've grown out my bleached hair and my color processed hair, so as I gradually trim that out, I don't really see any like breakage that much. So if your hair is needing that, that's when you want to consider protein treatments. Bonding treatments are also great for color treated hair, heat styling, and excessive shedding or breakage. When I had my bleached hair, I was using bond treatments like dang near every other month, and that was really helping the integrity of the curls. One thing I noticed that when you dye your hair, the curl pattern does slightly change, so you want to make sure you have a really good balance of treating it with bond treatments or protein treatments, whatever your preference is, but making sure you follow up with a conditioning treatment. I cannot stress this enough. You do not want to just do a protein or bonding treatment on its own. You want to make sure you follow up with a deep conditioner afterwards, because you want to make sure you fill your hair up with that balance after doing those treatments, because they are very strong. Now we're going to move on to styling, which is our moisturizing products and sealing products. So now that we have washed our hair and moisturized our hair, we're going to add another layer of moisturization, because the key is keeping our hair hydrated between wash days. So for me personally, I like to layer my products, and it does kind of depend on the weather or climate that you're in, or the season I should say. When I am in the warmer months of the year, I typically just do a leave-in, seal it with oil. Because let me tell you guys, everyone always talks about, oh my gosh, put all this oil on your hair, but oil is a sealant. Most oils can't even penetrate the hair shaft and moisturize your hair for real. So if you're putting oil on for sheen and shine, you have just locked in dryness if you put it on dry hair, okay? So you want to make sure your hair is hydrated and moisturized before you add any oil. Keep that in mind. Now, like I said, in the warmer months, I typically use a liquid-based leave-in conditioner, and then I'll follow up with an oil. But it does depend on what hairstyle I am doing. If I'm doing a wash and go, I typically go for a liquid leave-in oil and then my styling product. Oftentimes, I will skip the liquid-based and go to a cream-based leave-in, add my oil, and then my styler for my wash and go. If it's like a braider or twist style, I'll do both. It really just depends, like I said, what season I'm in and how the weather is acting. But definitely keep in mind, you want to put something as the first layer as a hydrating product, then you seal it with an oil. Please do not do the opposite way around, because your hair is going to be dry. And it honestly might not even last long as far as whatever style you choose. Now, when layering your products, you do want to avoid layering too much, because product overload honestly isn't good either. That might just alter the hairstyle that you're choosing as well. So for me, I usually try to stick to 3-layer product base only. I don't try to go to the 5th and 6th layer, because at that point you just using too much product and your hair is probably going to take forever to dry. So keep that in mind as well. Next is maintenance, and this is trimming or dusting your ends. I know a lot of people always talk about, you know, you're supposed to get your hair trimmed every 3 months. Honestly, I personally say go as needed. I like to get my hair cut, which is a little bit more than a trim, cut once a year. And that's because I personally like to wear my hair in long layers. I find that having my hair shaped a certain way looks really, really good when I'm doing wash and go or braid outs or twist outs or really any natural hairstyles. It adds a beautiful shape to it. So that helps me maintain the shape throughout the year. But after that, I usually just dust my ends. And honestly, dusting is like slightly less than a trim. Most trims are about 1/2 inch to an inch depending on what your hair needs, but you absolutely need to prioritize getting your hair trimmed. Just choose the cadence that's best for you, because what happens is if you're holding on to single strand knots, fairy split ends, or the split ends that just keep going up the hair shaft, it's gonna appear like your hair is not growing, because it's breaking off at the same rate that it's growing. So it's gonna look like your hair is stagnant, or it's just gonna keep breaking up in general, and your hair's gonna keep getting shorter, weaker, and it's not gonna be cool. So just really trim as needed. Personally, if you feel like your hair tends to be on the slower side of growing, I would recommend getting a hair trim every 3 to 4 months. If your hair grows out really, really fast, maybe every 6 to 8 months. Like I said, as needed. Evaluate your own ends. Don't feel scared. I will say this: trims don't make your hair grow. I don't know why people like to go around saying, oh my gosh, trimming my hair make my hair grow. No, you just cut off the breakage that was breaking up your hair shaft, so now you're retaining length better because your ends are healthier. That's what that is. Also, please make sure if you are trimming or dusting your own hair at home, use hair cutting shears. I cannot stress this enough. Do not use your kitchen scissors. Do not use your craft scissors. You will probably make more split ends for yourself. If you're scared to cut your hair at home, please do go to a professional, because you won't regret it, okay? Because one thing about cutting your hair, you can cut a little off, right? But once you cut a big chunk, that's it. You're gonna have to wait for it to grow out. So, you know, weigh your options. If you trust yourself, do it at home. If you don't, get a professional to do it. And last but not least, styling and scheduling. This is for my busy girls, my corporate girlies, my girls that are ambitious and live a very, very booked and busy lifestyle. This is the part where a lot of people give up and make up excuses of why they can't take care of their natural hair. They're not scheduling properly. The goal is to grow your hair out without burnout or stress, okay? So you really want to evaluate, what does your lifestyle routine look like? Keep that in mind as you're going through each step, building out the products and cadence of your natural hair regimen. Personally, for me, I am a corporate girly. I work from home 2 days a week, but I go into the office 3 days a week. So I need to make sure certain hairstyles are going to last me from home to office. Not to mention, I go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. So if I'm not wearing a silk press and I'm wearing, you know, mini twists, braids, twist outs, whatever hairstyle it may be, I'm factoring in every hour of my routine to make sure that hairstyle lasts, but that is also a hairstyle that will be healthy and retain the length of my hair. And honestly, the best hairstyle is the one that you can maintain consistently. So you want to have at least 2 to 3 hairstyles that is like your go-to, that you know will never honestly fail. You always have the perfect product combo for that. So for me, one hairstyle that never fails me is my wash and goes, because I know the product combos that work best for me. If I do a wash and go, I know it's gonna turn out right every single time with the product that I know work. The second one is always a slick back. Now I personally try not to do those as often because we want to protect the edges, we want to protect the nape of the neck. So I typically only do that maybe once a month if needed. And honestly, that may be on like my backup hairstyle. Like if a hairstyle that I tried failed, it's going to slick back. Always a safe hairstyle to do. My third one would definitely be the French braid to braid out look, where I do 2 braids. I let it sit and dry and just you know, mold for about 3 to 2 days, and once I take it out, it's flowy, it's fluffy, and that hairstyle can last me another 3 to 4 days, just depending on the product combo that I use. So those are like my safety hairstyles. Identify your safety hairstyles, because those are the hairstyles that are tried and true and won't mess you up, and they can, you know, be styled a certain way for whatever is part of your lifestyle routine. Now, as far as cadence, this is how I personally think about my hairstyles. Because I am washing my hair weekly, I like to think about my hairstyles on a weekly basis. But to simplify it even more, I'll break it down. So I have 3 different scheduling concepts that you guys can try out that I personally do all the time. The first one is 2 styles a month max, meaning that you choose one style that you can do for 2 weeks straight, and then choose another hairstyle for the last 2 weeks. Typically every month has 4 weeks, 4 weeks in a month. So the first 2 weeks of the month, I may choose to do a wash and go. I'll wash my hair that 1 week, do a wash and go. The next week, wash it again, do a wash and go. Boom, I wore a wash and go twice that month. Those 2 weeks are done, I'll move on to the last 2 weeks. I'll choose to do a braid out. Wash my hair, keep the braids in 1 or 2 days, or I may just dry it overnight, wear the braid out, boom, wash my hair again for the last week, same thing. So I did 2 styles max, and it lasted me for a whole month. I didn't overcomplicate the process. I kept in mind what was part of my routine or schedule. I knew I had an event to go to or something I wanted to film. It worked in my favor. It worked in my schedule. It was low manipulation. I knew the products to use to keep my hair hydrated in between wash days. It was simplified. Another concept is the 1 style a week, which basically you want to choose a low maintenance hairstyle that will last you between 6 and 7 days in between washing. So if I want to do 4 different hairstyles in a particular month, this will be the option that I would choose. Again, I thought it through, I simplified it. If you need to write this down in your calendar or, you know, your notes, do that. That's what I used to do when I was in college. I used to analyze what every event I was going to. I mean, and even now in my life, I'll look and see when I want to hang out. If I have an office event or a presentation, I'll think about a certain hairstyle, write it out each week that will last me going to the gym, the office, all those things, but also making sure that I am keeping my hair healthy and moisturized. The last concept, which is number 3, I would say, is the 1 heat style, 1 non-heat style. And again, it kind of follows the 2 styles a month concept. So let's say the first half or the first 2 weeks of the month, I did a heat style. When I do my silk press, I know it's gonna last me 2 weeks. That counts. The following 2 weeks, take a break from the heat. Do something that's just a natural moisturizing hairstyle, twist style, braid out, wash and go, whatever that may be. But again, just simplifying and breaking it down, not overcomplicating the process. Now you know the foundation, which is wash day. Now you know the follow-up is the treatments as needed, whether that means you just need to deep condition, protein or bond treatment, and then follow up with another layer of moisturizing and maintaining your hair as far as moisturizing products and sealing, trends as needed, and then scheduling it in. 5 easy steps for long, beautiful, healthy hair. And again, a natural hair regimen doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. So I hope that these 5 simple steps helped break it down for you guys to just visualize and get ready to grow your hair out for 2026. Every product recommendation that I mentioned in the video, you guys, will be in the description box down below. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for more videos to come, and let me know what's in your natural hair regimen or how you tweak it in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.